Hey, we're live, folks. This is Joshua 14, and I just wanted to give you guys my 2-week review of the Surface Pro i5 model and the 2017 Surface Pro, that is. So basically, if you haven't seen any of my content, I've basically been gaming on Surface Pro laptops, tablets, hybrids, whatever you want to call it, since the Surface Pro 4 i5 came out. The day it came out, I basically just started going crazy. So, and was super impressed with the i5 8 GB model and how it gamed. So was very actually impressed. I was able to play all kinds of games at decent frame rates. Now, mind you, I had to dial down the resolution a lot and mess with some settings here and there, but you know, I've kept it for a month. Was really pumped about the i7 with the actual Iris graphics, and so jumped onto that, and I kept that as my device until I just picked up this 2017 Surface Pro i5 with 8 GB of RAM. So I've had this for 2 weeks, and obviously a lot of the Reddit community and YouTube community giving me lots of feedback and want to know, hey, you know, how does it run this and all that kind of jazz. But basically this thing throttles whether it's thermally or power limits after around 10 minutes. And this is supposed to have, it still has the same 15 watts TDP. So thermal delivery power, whatever limit you want to call that. For an Ultrabook, it still only has dual core, 4 threads, but I was expecting more out of this device. Now, they did make a lot of design changes as far as, you know, it looks the same as the Surface Pro 4, except for, you know, rounded corners. And I do like the kickstand, actually. Being able to go down more, you know, all the way down there is nice. So, but when it comes to gaming, if you wanted to bring this, you know, to Starbucks and game for 30 minutes, you're going to have to use one of those little USB fans or bring a fan that you can plug in order to make it happen. And for some people, that's a deal breaker. So, you know, basically I say, hey, get the i7 if you can afford the extra $300, or get a really good Surface Pro 4 i5 or i7. They're having great deals right now where you actually can just get a type cover. You may not be able to get the Alcantara one, but with a type cover, and it comes with the pen, the old pen, but still a good pen for just doing notes and everything like that. So I say, should you upgrade to the i5 if you want to game? I say no. I'm planning on turning this in tomorrow to get the i7. So, and I've heard good things about the i7 being able to handle a lot more sustained gaming, and it has a fan. So obviously, you know, people were up in arms about the fan noise on the i5. They're like, how loud's the fan? Is it loud? Does it get hot? I don't know. So, hey, Siddiqui, Danielle, do I like the new type cover? Yes, it actually, it's not that different from the Surface Pro 4 cover. So you are going to, you know, they're saying, oh, the trackpad's better. The only real difference that I can tell in my mind is, you know, they put more of like a plastic coating on the top here. The back still feels like suede, but But yeah, and the button layout is a little bit different. Like they got rid of the pause. Well, it's a play and pause button here, and this is brightness for the screen, and the brightness for the backlit keys is here. So, but yeah, it's still a good type cover. It still works great. The key travel, they said they've made it feel better. It doesn't feel any better than the Surface Pro 4 type covers. So, how's the battery life when gaming? You are not, you know, C Butters 2000 just just search C Butters on YouTube. He just did a video, really good video on the stress test of the i7, and he said when he was doing very heavy, he did a very heavy I think it's Firemark benchmark. He was getting 2 hours of heavy benchmark usage out of that. So you're probably only going to get 2 hours out of this thing because it's the same size battery. I think it's 45 or 47 watts. So essentially, do I recommend this thing for gaming? I mean, you're going to be able to play League of Legends. You're going to be able to play, Dota. You're going to be able to play all those games. But you're going to have to buy an extra fan. So you're going to have to be able to maintain it from throttling the FPS. It's just a fact of nature, which you can throw one of those little gooseneck $7 Arctic USB fans, $7, and you throw it in your little bag there. No big deal. So, but after 2 weeks, for everything else besides gaming, it's awesome. The screen looks great. You have the different Adobe. You can do the vibrant or the Adobe RGB lighting. Not lighting. The color profile basically, and comic reading still awesome. Netflix, YouTube, all that kind of viewing is still awesome. Taking notes. The new pen does feel better as far as like lag and all that kind of stuff. Will I use it for, drawing and all that kind of stuff? Just little doodles, yeah. But I'm not an artist, so I don't really do that. But if y'all have any questions, throw them in the chat. Basically, I've got a couple more videos in the pipeline before tomorrow. So I just played Dirt 4, and unfortunately has a lot of strange texture deals going on, just like when the Skyrim Special Edition, I played that on the Surface Pro 4 i7. It looked really bad. Has all kinds of like gray texture things, but this it's not as bad as Forza with Rainbow Road, basically all kinds of crazy rainbow colors, but it does have a lot of gray weird texturing in Dirt 4. But I'll be throwing up a video later on tonight. And but yeah, so if you are only going to be using this thing for taking notes, doing office stuff, and basic stuff like video, things like that, I would say go for it. The fanless, if that's just a bonus, you should be fine with that. But hey, John, Fallout 4 worked well on it. LOL. I have not even tried Fallout 4. That may be the last thing I try tonight. Yeah, it's the i5. It's not going to happen. I got it to work for basically a centimeter of time. 10-15 minutes max on the Surface Pro 4 i5. But I am going to try it on the i7 for sure. So that's basically going to be my main machine for the next couple years until the next Surface comes out. So, but yeah, this is not a bad device. Very, very solid device. The build quality is amazing. Boot time's really good. It's I tried testing the instant on, but I mean, you throw this thing. Let's do it. Let's do it real quick. Like, hey, this is booting from nothing. So it's, there we go. And make sure it's me. There we go. So, didn't take that long. See, all that kind of stuff still really solid. But C Butters just came out with an awesome video comparing the i7 Surface Pro 4 and the new i7 Surface Pro. Did all kinds of crazy benchmarks on the battery life, testing, going extreme, going just watching a video and all that kind of jazz. Really, really good stuff. So basically, I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in there. I'm only keeping it for 2 weeks. I could keep it for another 2 weeks before I upgrade, but I'm only keeping it for 2 weeks. That's my thing. I want to. I'm a little disappointed, honestly. I thought that they would throw a fan in here, because the fan was never that loud for me. It never bothered me. You throw some headphones on, and you're good to go. So, but yeah, for small games like Fallout Shelter, the stuff, it's great for, little tablet style games. Kingdom Rush, like that kind of stuff's awesome. It'll still emulate. How does it handle Doom? Okay, so someone already tried to run Doom on the, I think, the i7, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. It's like 20 FPS for the i7. So I'm not even going to try it on here. I'm not, because you're going to have a bad time. It's going to be like Witcher 3 on the Surface Pro 4 i5 that I did. That was like 8 to 10 FPS and was just horrible. Yeah, it'll run, but it's just no good. It's not worth it for anybody. I think the videos that I came out with, as far as stuff that would push it. How does it handle Super Mario Brothers for NES? It will emulate Nintendo, the regular Nintendo, just fine. I actually did a Dolphin Test, by the way, John, and was able to run. I never made a video because for some reason I wanted to do a live stream, and when I point it the opposite way, my camera was going crap. So I may do a quick video of that too. But I was playing Mario Kart for the Wii and New Super Mario Brothers 2. And but yeah, I was getting fine frame rates on just regular settings. I didn't mess with any settings and was playing the games fine. So yeah, if you want to tweak it and do all kinds of crazy stuff with Dolphin, I'm sure you can get better results. But I didn't really do. The frame rates were all around 60, so I wasn't having any issues. Zan, do you find the lack of USB-C Thunderbolt 3 a big deal? Well, no, because basically, I mean, I was excited about using an external GPU, but I don't have a box yet. I've got a GTX 980 and a 1080. So I could have taken advantage of a box, and I may get one in the future if they do come with a dongle or something like that to make it work. But it's not a big deal for me because I don't want to have to bring that box with me. I'm bringing this to work with me. I may game with it on my lunch break. I'm bringing this into bed with me. I want to be able to just play a little bit before I go to bed or play with it on my lunch break, that kind of thing. But yeah, some people want to use this as their main device, and you can push a 4K display with it. That's fine. You can do all that kind of stuff, but you're not going to be happy with doing anything crazy with your 4K display, other than watching videos and doing basic tasks, things like that. So Gaming with this thing, like I said, it's a little bit of a letdown, but you can still do plenty of light to medium gaming. You just got to get an external fan. So, but yeah, I really do appreciate the support from everybody, and really, really thankful for having fun with these devices and getting some good feedback. Okay, Mick is asking, does anyone know how much performance improvement I can get on a Surface Pro 4 i5 with a USB fan? Well, the Surface Pro 4 i5 doesn't really throttle. The fan that's internally is actually a good match for the processor and the integrated graphics, so it really won't improve that much. So I say, you know, try using a USB fan, but you're not really gonna. I didn't have any throttling problems with the Surface Pro 4 i5 at all. So, but yeah, so that's what it boils down to, guys. I'm going to be turning this thing in most likely tomorrow. I'm going to do a couple more tests with it and try and see. But I made a video with Crysis 2, and I had Intel XTU running on it, and it showed power limit throttling like the whole time. And I threw a fan on the back there and didn't stop it. So I had it on the best performance slider on the power on the battery options / power options. And basically it did not stop power limit throttling. So I don't know if there's some sort of hack that we can stop that from happening, but it never said it thermal throttled, but obviously it's getting warm. And so I don't know what to tell you on. I think it's definitely throttling after around 10 minutes thermally when you're playing games. So any bugs with it? I haven't had any real issues, John. You know, it's been running all the apps that I want to, and you know, other than getting GTA 5 to run, which is normal for Rockstar games. So yeah, but like I said, if you are going to school and want to do some light gaming, grab yourself a little external fan to put in your room when you're home, in your dorm room or whatever. You're going to be happy with the device. And you get it. You're not happy with the performance. You got 30 days. Go back to the Microsoft store, call Microsoft. They'll sort you out. But yeah, so that's basically my thoughts after a couple weeks. And just wanted to say, keep an eye out for all the i7 stuff. But I'm going to be uploading Dirt 4 tonight. It doesn't look pretty, but it runs well. Just doesn't look pretty. And then probably, yeah, I may come out with a couple other things. So, all right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for watching and commenting. And any other suggestions or stuff for the i7, which I should be getting tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to be getting the 8 gig model. So I really appreciate it, guys. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I have a Surface sleeve. This is the one I used with my i5 and i7, the Surface Pro 4. So be on the lookout for that, as well as I have a year of Office 365. So I just want to give back to you guys and say thanks so much for all the support and interaction. It's been a lot of fun. So we're going to keep this train rolling. So yeah, be on the lookout. I'm probably going to do the giveaway maybe through Surface Gaming, or maybe just do it on the channel through a Gleam video or something like that. So like I have been doing. So all right, guys. Well, like I said, any other comments on my time with the Surface Pro, just leave them in the comments down below. And if you wouldn't mind like in this, that would be awesome. And or dislike it if you didn't like it. So all right, guys. Well, y'all have a good night. And like I said, I'm going to try and pump out a couple more videos tonight before I turn this thing in tomorrow. So all right, y'all take care. Peace.